What's going on YouTube? In this video, I'm going to talk about the Nintendo Switch 2 and its glorification of absurd monetization. As most of you are aware, the Nintendo Switch 2 launched very recently, on June 5th. Nintendo pushed the console out as a successor to the original Nintendo Switch, which launched in March 2017. Keep that release date gap in mind for later in the video. To give some context on the massive success of the original Nintendo Switch, the console went on to become Nintendo's best-selling home console of all time. It immediately outperformed all of its competitors in initial sales because of its unique design and strong launch library. The console launched alongside The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, one of the most anticipated and highly rated Nintendo games of all time. The console had the very innovative concept of functioning as both a handheld and home device. This was the console's main selling point. The Switch quickly went on to sell millions of units, with the demand quickly exceeding the supply. With consistent sales, it was practically impossible to find at retail for multiple years. The immense success of the Switch continued through its entire lifespan, cementing it as one of Nintendo's most significant and successful console launches. Fast forward 8 years to the announcement of the Switch 2. A short glimpse trailer gave us all our first look into the next generation of Nintendo gaming. We had to wait 3 full months to find out the final price, the release date, and the launch games. During that 3-month period, the hype was dragging, and people were expecting a delay due to the lack of information Nintendo gave to the public. After all the information came out from the Nintendo Direct 3 months later, people were furious. The base console cost $450 in comparison to the original Switch's $300 price point. A 50% upcharge must mean it's got a lot going for it, right? Well, not exactly. The console has a larger 8-inch 120Hz LCD screen with 4K resolution when docked. It also introduces voice chat with a built-in microphone system. The Joy-Cons got an upgrade with increased size and newly added magnet detection. The internal storage was also upgraded to 256GB. In comparison to the original Switch, the screen upgrade is pretty huge. The original Switch had a 60-inch 60Hz screen with 32GB of internal storage. The console definitely features some sizable upgrades, but is it worth the cost? Well, you have to remember that there's one more factor into play. The original Switch launched with one of the most well-received and highly rated Nintendo games of all time. The Nintendo Switch 2 launched with a pretty forgettable installment in the Mario Party series, known as Super Mario Party Jamboree. This was a huge part of the Switch 2 backlash. It simply did not feel like a worthy release. The console was clearly rushed to push out a next-generation console to compete in today's market. They had 8 years of development time, and it really didn't change much at all. It felt like they wanted to piggyback off the original success of the first Switch. On top of all that, Nintendo puts no effort into hiding their greed. They literally charge subscriptions to use the voice chat feature that is built into the console. They also do upgrade packs for pre-existing Switch 1 games to convert to the Switch 2. Why do they charge you when the backwards compatibility software already exists? I have one simple answer. We're dealing with Nintendo here. Nintendo is a bunch of greedy corporate capitalists that put the magical money vacuum in your wallet to suck up all your money. They've become pretty unoriginal in the evident next-generational console that's clearly just a pathetic, rehashed attempt at a prior release. The launch of the Switch 2 really hasn't done any good for Nintendo. The world is constantly speaking out about it, which will inevitably bankrupt them or force them to realign their morals. I haven't even met a single person yet who is willing to pay the full $450 to get a Switch 2 because it's just simply not worth it. It's an insult to the longtime Nintendo fans that have watched Nintendo progressively cross into monetization oblivion. Now, I'm wondering what you guys think of the new Switch 2. Do you believe it's worth it?